after 8 minutes have gone through. At 7 minutes remaining, that fourth control point in the bottom middle does open up, and that's worth 12 points per second. And at the top right corner, you do have the entire list of standing for this current game. And up there at the top, you got a little back and forth between your, I believe, your favorite choice, the Cuddle Crew.
That's right. I am
a record company for just a second, bouncing back and forth. The Sunshine Soldiers.
I'm a big fan of the Cuddle Crew. Think that this is going to be a dominant team here in second place, as you had mentioned previously, Lupo. And a lot of our other teams, Chicken Champions, Little Whip, the Funky Fighters, as well as Raven's Revenge, not able to gain any points. Finally, it's going to be Little Whip making their way onto the scoreboard there. And hopefully they will be able to climb up, because the game is not out of hand just yet. No one's really been able to establish themselves in a very firm lead here. There you can see Courage along with our golden ticket winner. The other golden ticket winner is actually going to go in for the fight. I believe that's actually going to be, I want to say, yeah, that's Ambush King Daviero who's going to be in the action, but then Courage JD able to take one down, and he finds himself another. That is going to clear out this objective and allow them to hold it down. And remember, you do have builds. You get Siphon from health and builds. You get a little bit of that to be able to protect your VIP.
Gosh. Courage going absolutely massive there. For just a moment, I think he defended the blue control point like it was an all-you-can-eat chicken parmesan buffet, but does go down eventually. I think he picked up 9 eliminations. Meanwhile, the Sunshine Soldiers, your VIP on the screen, Lost Kings. You see a quick little note there. Robert Abisi and Nick Shanholz named themselves Lost Kings because they felt lost when they first moved to LA. Kind of poetic that they find themselves back here at the Forum right now.
That's right. This venue is very historic. A who's who. A name list that I honestly was blown away by when I walked down through the halls of this venue, and it's been really fun to be here and be able to call some Fortnite. Now, here's the thing, folks. We are pretty early in this game, and Fish Fam have looked very strong. Remember, Fish Fam is going to be Mooselk, Vicstar, as well as Mackenzie, and Confimus, their golden ticket winner. So they're holding on to that lead, but it is going to be a very fragile one, and we're also going to have some of the Little Whip Warriors now pushing on forward. This is going to be Phantoms, the other duo that we have playing in this competition.
This play actually just moved them from, I believe, 5th all the way into 2nd place. In 1 or 2 more ticks, they're now in 1st. Little Whip Warriors taking over up top. Cypher PK defending his team's honor. You see Lachlan and the Phantoms on your screen as well. Meanwhile, their golden ticket winner sitting on 3 eliminations currently. Laser Beam, though, Impulse Grenade. Keep in mind a couple notes about this game mode if you're watching. There is no fall damage, so while Impulse Grenades are excellent at clearing off a control point, it does not mean they're going to pick up an Elim for that. On top of that, every single player, the non-VIPs, start with 5 total possible builds, so 50 wood in their inventory. And on elimination, they're picking up 58 Zeo Shield and 25 wood, so kind of 2.5 builds per Elim goes straight into the inventory. So there's not a ton of building opportunities. You need to be very particular about where you put what. You see here,
there's a lot of builds being laid out now, Lupo. And this is something I don't think we've seen before when we've reviewed this game. Yeah, Cuddle Crew, no shocker there. And if they hold down, and look at the way that they built the fort around here, but Phantoms is going to push on in, and they manage to shut him down. Xavier Woods hitting him with a good old-fashioned clothesline along with the Ghost duo.
The goal here, I think, the idea is that they're going to take ownership of this control point entirely until that timer ticks over. By the way, you want to hit that little bit of info up there?
Wait,
top left of your screen.
Oh, yes. Xavier Woods, American professional wrestler. This guy, yes, he is actually in 6 video games. He's also a multi-time tag team champion. And he's got a pretty decent YouTube channel.
I need to be honest with everybody, just so they know the truth. You were fangirling so hard before he got here. You love to see it.
Hey, man, you know, I've had the opportunity to hang out and work with Xavier Woods in a ton of events in the past. Dude is a genuine gamer. He was actually playing Fortnite on his Switch, getting ready for today. That was how hardcore he was about all of this. And then I told him, hey, buddy, you're actually going to be using the Infinity Blade. And he says, you know what? I'm going to finish this game out anyway. He proceeded to get eliminated immediately after. But it's okay. We'll gloss right past that one. It's perfectly fine. Score update, though, for everyone. 309 for the Fish Fam currently. That is still looking great for Mackenzie Borg and her squad, and his squad, excuse me. They're nailing this map right now.
Mackenzie sitting on 2 eliminations. You see that Elim count in the bottom left. Their golden ticket player currently not in. You have to wait for those respawns. And if you do see anything here, if you're here at the Forum, if you're watching online, no matter where it is, please do me a favor. Use that hashtag SummerBlockParty and share the fun with everybody involved. because you will not see an event like this again. It is insane here.
Yeah, very different format from what we're usually treated to when it comes to a Fortnite event. We're always taken to the island and jumping out of the battle bus for some good old-fashioned Fortnite, but this time around, Sky Station Showdown is going to be the battleground where these players will take the stage. Little Whip Warriors, this is going to be Phantoms, and I think I'm very impressed, I would say, with Phantoms picking up quite a few eliminations. Oh, man, and when you have that Infinity Blade and you get caught in that animation, you can't, it takes a while for it to conclude. And if you manage to play a little keep away there, Lupo, you can punish the Infinity Blade players. So the VIP, while sure they're going to be very powerful, they're not, they're not impervious to pain. They will get hit if you play your cards right.
You're trying to tell me that you can eliminate the player with the sword in their hand? I don't believe you. I'm kidding. 8.5 minutes remaining in this match. Keep in mind when that timer at the top does say 7, that fourth control point worth 4 times as much as the other 3 will open in the bottom middle, and expect chaos almost immediately. It's going to be insane. Fish Fam right now sitting at 537 points. Meanwhile, Ravens Revenge here. Decent number of eliminations. Find themselves down there in 6th. 2 teams, though, Funky Fighters, the Chicken Champions, don't have any. So here's what we're going to do. You ready for this? I need every single attendee to make some noise, because they need you. They need you out there. Please, if you could, cheer them on.
They really do, and I'm pretty shocked that the Chicken Champions are hurting the way they are. They were talking a big game in the pre-show earlier on, Lupo, feeling very confident about how they were going to play. Right now, it has not been looking very good for the team with champions in their name. Now, as far as the Funky Fighters goes, I think Laser's kind of living up to what he said he was going to do to begin with. So
that's a second. It looked like he was looking up to the right. Maybe he's looking for a I'm on TV moment there. 543 points. We had kind of a stall for the Fish Fam score to climb. You see, starting back up. Meanwhile, the Cuddle crew, Kayun, one of the best players in Fortnite. His duo, Aiden, in there as well. Both players from Ghost. Meanwhile, Xavier Woods, you see rotating there. Couple sword swings.
But they're picking up a lot of eliminations, but they're not getting any points. But maybe now is going to be the opportunity for them to do so, because the golden point D is opened up. Players are now going to earn 12 points in this particular circle. If they do manage to get in there, they can really get control of this game.
It's actually blowing my mind that we've gone 15 seconds. There we go. The golden ticket winner from the Funky Fighters. Sorry, the Llama Record Company making their way into the middle.
No,
they don't get
no
points
alliteration on that.
I know, that is totally throwing me off. Dear Fortnite, why now?
Why now when we're casting in front of all of these people?
Big Star and Muzel. Solid number of elims, holding it down up top for the Fish Fam, still climbing. You see the bottom right corner of your screen, by the way. Every 1 second of VIP is in one of those top 3 circles. That's 3 points per second. If they're holding the bottom middle, it's 12, but it's got to be uncontested. Xavier Woods saw a chance and goes in. Jordan Fisher, the Llama Record Company, they're in 2nd place. Look at him crouching behind the walls, the little tiny builds. He can't build himself, but his teammates can, and that's the plan here, is to try and take ownership of the bottom, not stay exposed.
They got a lot of value out of that, though, Lupo. They're going to go up to 2nd place. They will be at 660 points. Now, Xavier Woods is going to get back in there, and look how fast those points are going to start to climb. Might be able to pass the Sunshine Soldiers if it all works out for him. Jack Dylan Grazer goes on in there. It's going to get neutralized right away. And there are so many players circling around it, just focus firing down low and not allowing anyone to get any kind of footing in there. Even if you put down a build, the wood builds are going to be so weak. You have to double layer them, but you don't have the builds to do it. And then you have the Fish Fam continuing to earn points.
One of the most important strategies I think we're going to see develop over time is you're going to have teams start coordinating their attacks simultaneously. Because if you trickle in, if you send 1 or 2 at a time, you run into a full team of 4, things are going to go south. Chandler Riggs flying through the air, looking for a lunge on the team from a distance. He's trying to make some moves there. Fuse out, boxing Mackenzie Borg inside there. It's actually kind of interesting enough. He's safe inside, and that's the Fish Fam holding it down.
That was such a great play, Lupo. The boxing right in the point. No impulses are going to send you out of there. You're protected completely. It's something that, while the impulses are phenomenal to be able to utilize to wipe people away from a point, you can't do anything if a build's going to be up at that moment.
Exactly. You have to remember, too, the VIP with the sword, they can't build Jack's trying to fight his way out of that little terrain right there, but as the VIP, you have the sword in hand. You can swing for the rafters over and over again, but you can't protect yourself. So your teammates, they've got to come to your rescue, kind of box up and keep you safe. You see here, Xavier trying to throw everybody off up top, 5 eliminations himself.
He needs protection, and his teammates are not going to be around him, and he's going to get picked off. Kayun, by the way, with 25 eliminations currently, but they're not on the scoreboard where they need to be. Down low, though, Jordan Fisher, Courage, Loserfruit. They're going to be tucked in the corner. They're going to win the game. This is it, and they pick it up. Jordan Fisher, Courage, JD, Loserfruit, and Lester pick up game 1.
Absolutely ridiculous. A come from behind victory. I said that bottom middle point was extremely important. 12 points a second is huge. You can hear Courage shouting like crazy in there. Deep cohesion at an all-time high.
Is he not shouting like crazy?
I think that's the only volume that he knows.
This is true. This is
it out down there. Insane. This is literally only the first of 6 games total for the entire day. Here's a look at the very last second. We literally said boxing up your teammates. You see, Courage is inside the box, he's ready to turbo build to protect Lucifer, landing right next door just in case they need to rotate into a second box. And Jordan just playing defensive, kind of wiggling back and forth, doesn't want to get sniped from above, no shots from behind. And what a victory.
And I think what was also really clever about that, too, is I know that they were putting down a lot of shots. And one has to wonder if they were trying to pick up as many eliminations as they can so they can get the 25 builds each elimination that they get from the siphon. And then at that point, they could send Jordan down there and then start to